Hello guys, we are back with another video for the Python RPG series. The last couple of videos we did some stuff with the console, trying to make it all lovely and pretty. However, I think we're going to stop doing that. We're going to actually do some functionality to this game. So we're currently in a position of you get this introductory text, right? Now, what to do next? You can either move around or I don't know. There's like nothing in the middle. You're in the middle of the city, so there's nothing there. The middle of the town. You're at this position and there's nothing there. So you can move around, of course, but when you move around, something should happen. You should either, find nothing, find a person, or find a building of some sort. Because you may not wish it to be random. For example, buildings do not tend to move. For example, if for example you turn east and then you find a church in the east. And then you move south, right? And then you go back north, so you'll be in the same position as the church was before. You shouldn't expect then there to be a new building. You should see the same building. So yeah, it's not gonna be random in sort of when you're moving. It's not gonna be random. However, the positioning of each building will be randomized. So at each start of a game, the buildings will be randomized, and people will also be randomized in different positions. So first of all, we actually need to create the buildings. Actually, which buildings exist? That's something that we do need to create, and probably each building should belong to some sort of class. So some sort of person will always be near that building. So if you look at an example of our classes, let's say play. Our classes here we have Assassin, Knight, Mage, Monk, Warrior. Maybe each of these should have a building associated to them. So you're likely to see monks at a, for example, church or monastery or whatever. A mage you're likely to see, I don't know, at some other place. A knight at some castle potentially. Assassin, I don't know, at the pub. So yeah, so something like that. So let's open up over here to open folder in File Explorer, please. Right. So data we're now going to create here is building or buildings. Here, let's create a text file. Over here is say a castle. Here in this castle, I don't know what should we put. What to put? Who knows? What do you put? Now for a class, what we are going to put in each class is going to have, so for example, let's get these two up. We're going to have two things associated with these people. We're going to have the building. Spell building. Building. We're going to have here is castle. No, yeah, castle. Castle.txt. Potentially. We're referring to the castle.txt. Or we could just say just castle. We could just say that, yeah. Building, I'm going to say here church. So, what we do need to do is we actually need to load up these buildings firstly. So we need to get over here, we need to generate here another one, and we're going to have to say here building, not building, church. Now over here, a class called buildings, or building. Don't know what, we're going to have def over here. Def, type. That's going to be the building type. I don't know what else we're going to add for the building class yet. I don't know what else we're going to have. For now, let's leave it like that. So what we're going to have here is we're going to have in we need to generate. We need to generate the different types of buildings that will exist. Hmm. So, go here, read. If there's not much to read, we're just going to get television, then a type. We can actually type over here, type. Over here, a castle. Over, or we could just take it from the file name as well. Okay, generate buildings. Generate buildings. Let's say get building files. Read, build. Well, except for there's not actually anything to read actually. The read then takes you to create a class. So we're going to have to create another array called buildings. Buildings. And what we're going to have here is we're going to have for build. Yeah, so what we're going to have is we're just going to have to create building. And yeah, we're just going to pass over here the building file. So then under the they're going to have is a create building. Create building. So we're just going to pass here building file. Then we're just going to say over here we're going to have to get is the file name. And what we can do then is we can say print out please the os.path.base name of the building file, please. That means we need to generate buildings, so we're going to have to call this. Let's call this prior to generating the plan. So yeah, so we get a castle and church.txt. Of course, we probably want to get rid of the extension. We don't want to include the extension. What we could just do is a replace.txt, but potentially someone may accidentally use a different extension. You could just say .building, for example, something like that. So what you may be able to do, maybe I'd say this, split text, and you may be able to get over here the syrup. Let's see if that works. What does that give us? Play. Split text not allowed? Or is it because it's got two T's? but it gives us this, which is annoying. Okay, so previously we had base name. Can we then dot split text at all afterwards? Can we still not split the text? No, you cannot. That's annoying. However, you may be able to do it like this. If I said of it os.path dot split the text over here, then I should maybe be able to say the os.path dot base name, then pass over here the file name, the building file. Then I may be able to then come over here and say Zurich. Get rid of that. See if that works. Castle and church. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So I should then be able to say over here, building type becomes equal to this. Dot, I'm going to uppercase it. Then I can say over here, buildings dot append, and I want you to append is a building followed by here the building type. Then I should be able to then come over here and after generate buildings, well, not afterwards, I can just put it here, generate classes, then generate our buildings over here. Although I probably actually want to generate the buildings first, then generate the classes, because the classes will have a building associated to them, so we should have the buildings first, then the classes. Then I should be able to come in and say, yep, just print me out the buildings, please. Should I get 2 buildings, potentially? Yep, 2 building objects. Can I get their types now? Dot type. Can I at all get that? There's a way of getting it. We can loop around it, but yeah, you can see we've got 2 objects, so they should all work. Although I may be able to say for building in buildings, building dot type. I can say build. You can do a list comprehension of that. Oh, I need to print me the building type. Print me the building type. Play. Yeah, castle and church. So there are 2 buildings right there. Of course, we then have to place the building actually. So we have to say place building. So, and what we can do is we can say over here. So that means we're going to do is in the building we will have a self dot pos x equal. Actually, we've got a location. We could just use the location now. I think last time I was create my own location, didn't I? Let me see over here. Location. Dot set location. Dot setting location. Yeah. So we create our own copy. That's exactly what I need. I need to create my own copy of the location class over here. Interesting that it just has updated the colors. Not interesting. So yeah. So then over here, then we can call over here. We can say so similar. We can have a set location function. Although we may just want to say, set random location instead. So we may want to say over here. So yeah, it's going to be a bit different because it's going to be set random location. So we want to specify a location. Set random location. And yep, this won't have. Oh, yeah, this won't have any any of those, we'll create those ourselves. So we'll say over here, so what we're going to say over here in a set random location, we're going to be like, we're going to say, I'm thinking this should probably set the random location itself for over here. No? Should just... It's fine, because what we can actually do, we can say, when you actually... What we can say is we can just say, just call itself. When you create a building, just set a random location already. You can just do that. So what we're gonna have to do is get we're gonna have to loop around the list of buildings we have. So we do have a list of buildings. All of the objects are stored in this buildings list. So what we can do over here is we can say, you know, for building in buildings. We can say over here. New pos x is equal to new pos x is equal to random dot randint between 0, of course, and the world size x. New pos y is equal to new pos y is equal to random dot random 0 comma world size y. And what I have to say here is if new pos x is equal to the players. Do you have a start on x? Well, this will only be run once. I should just be run at startup, so it doesn't matter. Dot pos x. And the new pos y is equal to my player dot pos y. Then you have to generate these again. So if it's not equal to this, and it's not equal to this, then the building, so then self dot to pass in self, and self dot pos x is equal to new pos x, and self dot pos y is equal to new pos y. However, the issue with this is that a building, for example, I know it might be rare, but a building might override another building, and then two buildings may have the same x and y position. So that's something we should also check. That's something we should also check to see if any other buildings have the same x and y. And one way we can do this is we can set over here. One of the ways we can do this is if we try to think of something better one. Is that a good way of doing it? Will have to be another for loop. For building and buildings. If and for building in buildings, if new POSIX is not equal to the building dot not so random dot POSIX and new POSY and new POSY is not equal to the building dot POSY, then set it. I think that could work. Then what I'd like to actually, once you've done all that, is I've just set the random location. Cool. So I need to generate. So I do generate, don't I? But yeah, I do generate in the list. I do generate here. So then I should then be able to say here for building in buildings. I want you to then print me out, please. The building dot name dot type followed by tuple over here plus building dot POSIX plus comma plus building dot POSY. Do I have to convert those to a string? Set random location is not defined. Random location. Did I? Seems defined to me. Can I? Don't know. Can I call it? Should I be able to call it? The only way then. Oh, hold on. Does it do self dot? Is that why? Does it say self dot? No. It takes one position up but two are given. Do I then remove the self? Do I then don't need to call self? Set random vectors, but one was given. Huh? Do I need self over there? Yes or no? Okay. My player is not defined. Okay, so you complain that my player is not defined. Because it hasn't been defined yet, because you haven't defined the play. Yeah, okay. Totally get that. Place buildings will be done afterwards then. We'll place the buildings afterwards. After this, I'm going to place buildings. And then we will do this after you've done display that. What do you mean it's not defined? It's defined. It's right there. It's defined. Can't you see? I'm blind. I'm blind. It's not defined. Define my arse. Do I have to set here my player to equal none? Potentially. Oh, I know why. Oh my god. It's because it's generating the buildings. And upon generating the buildings, then it asks. Oh my god, my god. Okay. Get you. I get you. I want to generate my buildings afterwards, seems. Because when it generates the buildings, that means I don't even need to call place building, isn't it? Do I have a function already called place building? Already? No. So exactly. Upon the generating of buildings, it will place the building. Oh, monks appearing twice. Why is that? Knights also appearing twice. Okay, I need to fix that in a moment. You find yourself. I don't remember how you got there. No. Okay, whatever. So we got here. Yeah, can't command yet. Yeah, I knew that I'll report this error. This video is already getting quite long. So once I've got these buildings appearing, I'll cut in this video. And in the next video, we'll fix up that bug and continue doing our work with buildings and such. Like, finish up at the middle, what's known as. Don't know. Yes, you said for yeah, nothing. Right. Damn it. Custom charge star 0. What is that? Okay. I'm gonna have to look at this in the next video, so subscribe so you know when I upload this next video, when I try and fix this. Like this video if you did, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Goodbye.